Hi, it's Frank here from Frank Fredericks Custom Homes, sitting here at the undisclosed location of the competitor. And you know, I have a lot of situations where I tell people about how badly some of these homes are constructed, especially in some of these golf and country club type communities with big builders and such. I mean, they offer such a nice environment on the outside, but what they're doing to these houses on the inside is just a disgrace. And I'm going to show you here. I'm going to flip the camera around. Okay, so I flipped the camera around and you can see here, this is a house and there's all metal studs and everything throughout it. But you see how they've shot the furring strips directly right onto the wall without any insulation at all? And this obviously, you know, is a problem. I mean, you don't want to shoot wood directly onto cement. Obviously, that's a moisture issue. In addition to that, we use foam insulation. I'll show you later on. The metal studs that they use, you can see they just twist and bend. They're completely worthless. And if you were ever to screw a big screen TV or anything to those right directly onto the wall, it can't support that weight. When you try to screw a picture into the wall or a picture frame, you know, obviously it doesn't catch like it would on a wood stud. I just went and got a tape measure because what really pisses me off is how far apart these things are. Now you look at that. They're 24 inches on center. Same goes for these metal studs over here. I mean, look at these things. 24 inches on center. They're a little bit closer here in the corner because the drywall's got to catch it. But what are you talking about here? 22? You know, I mean, there's some instances where they're a little bit closer. But to be fair, you can see. Here's another thing here. They have this front door leading into the house. And they have this so-called rot-proof wood here. Now, I'm not going to talk to anybody about any brands, but you see, this is actually real wood. I don't know if you can tell, you can see that or not. The graining in it. When I show you the doors that we use, you'll see a big difference. Obviously, you know, this is exposed to driving rain and moisture, and, you know, wood over time just doesn't hold up as well as some of the composites. Seeing over here, you'll see they've had to brace all the metal studs with wood where the cabinets are going to go. You can see that this is where the kitchen is. That's where I suppose the hood vent or microwave is going to be. But I mean, these are only one buys anyway. So it's screwing into this, and look at this whole thing moving around. I don't exactly know what this is right here. And you want your cabinets screwed to that. I mean, this is ridiculous. You know, when you're screwing into an actual stud, you're screwing right into a 2x4. Here, what are you going to get? 3/4 of an inch of grab on the screw that holds your cabinets up. And you're going to have your plates, your dishes, and all the weight supported on this ridiculous thing right here. I swear, this stuff pisses me off more than you can imagine. Okay, so now I'm over at one of the houses that we're building, and I'm going to show you the differences between the two. Keep in mind that house that I showed you earlier sells for $20 more per square foot than the houses that we build. I'm going to flip the camera around again, and I'm going to show you a few things here. First thing I'm going to point out is, of course, the block walls, like I pointed out before. This is a 3/4 inch foam insulation. You can actually see it if I get down here where the electrical line is. You can see how thick that the foam is. And there's no direct contact between the furring strips and the block. The foam is directly applied. It's foil backed both sides. It gives a much better insulation value than whatever they plan on using over there, which is that thin foil. Additionally, they're all 16 inches on center. Every single one of them, or less. You can see when I step back here and have a look. The second thing is, I mean, I can just show you, turn around, look at all the wood that we use. There's no metal studs anywhere in the house. You can see where the TV is going to be mounted up here. It's on a wall that has wood studs. This isn't, you know, going to be a problem when you go ahead and you put the your TV hanging there with the weight. Again, 16 inches on center. 16 inches on center everywhere throughout the entire house, or better. Here's one of the exterior doors that we're using. And you can see here that what we're using here is a composite. It's not wood. I don't know if you can see that as clearly. In person, it's much more evident. But it's a composite that has plastic content in it, just like the Trex decking used in on docks and things like that. So, you know, you're completely resistant to rot in the future, as opposed to a wood product, no matter how well it's treated. And here's one of the kitchen walls, and you can see that it's all 2x4s, like I was talking about before. I mean, these are strong, solid. They're not going to go anywhere. You've got, look at all this meat that you have to catch a screw to hold your cabinets together, not that little 3/4 inch piece. So, you know, you've got plenty of strength when that's coming. And like I said, these houses that we build are $20 a square foot cheaper than the ones that are in that Golf and Country Club I showed you earlier. And just check out the view. Beautiful.